There's always pressure in these finals, but that's why they play for these moments.
The perfect end to this season for the Comets. They are the National Netball League champions.
Here we go, final minute. I think this could be huge. I think that might be the game. They know it.
I thought we lost it. I actually can't believe that we've just done that. I actually can't. We know what we're capable of, and I think we were hungry to prove a point.
Puts it up on the buzzer.
I think it means more to us than, some people think.
The anticipation, I tell you what, it's been high for this one.
This team has been transformed in recent weeks. The stars align for the Silver Ferns. They win the Constellation Cup.
Just really want to inspire all the little boys at home.
This is it.
We have so much to give. Just watch out. We're coming.
What have we seen?
With the 2024 netball season well and truly coming to a close, we take a look back at the triumphs, the heartbreak, and acknowledge the countless people who make the sport so great. From grassroots to elite level, tonight we celebrate netball here in Aotearoa. Tēnā koutou, nau mai heki mai ki tēnei pō whakanui, the 2024 New Zealand Netball Awards. My name is Cruz Tangira, and it is my privilege to be hosting this event alongside my colleague, Courtney Tardy. Tonight is all about recognising the hard work and dedication that has gone into making this netball season so special. Along the way, we will announce our fan favourite Sky Sport Moment of the Year, and we will finish the evening with the Dame Lois Muir Supreme Award, given to the best player across all competitions and campaigns. To kick things off, Courtney is joined by Chief Executive of Netball New Zealand, Jenny Wiley.
Ngā mihi, Cruz, and tēnā koe, Jenny. Thank you so much for your time. As Cruz said, what a huge year we've had. How would you sum it up for Netball New Zealand?
Oh, well, look, I think it's just been one of really incremental gains, but also real clarity on where we're heading. So super excited to have finished with Constellation Cup, obviously, but there's a lot more that went into that.
When you look at next year, 2025, what does a successful year look like for Netball New Zealand, but also netball as a whole?
Yeah, what I want us to do is maintain the momentum that we saw in 2024, the gains that the Silver Ferns made, but also our community game is absolutely thriving. Participation numbers are up and secondary schools are really booming. So just keeping that momentum going is really important.
There's plenty of talk this year about our elite competition, what it may look like in the future, whether or not we need to join the rest of the world. We know Grace has decided that's what's best for her next year. When you think about our elite competition, what does that future look like for the competition, but also our players?
Well, I think what's really important, and I think everyone in netball will know, maintaining some sort of pathway for our athletes is critical. So it's something that we're working on. We haven't reached a final position on it, but there are some pillars of what's really important, and being local, having content and having kids to be able to look and aspire to a pathway in the sport is really important. So that's a priority.
I absolutely agree. And I mean, what better place for them to look at than the Silver Ferns and how well they did this year. How great was it when they won the Constellation Cup over in Australia, but the entire series?
It was massive. I mean, we were all disappointed coming off not winning TJ, but we knew that something special was brewing. The team was, really having some of those hard conversations, and I think they pulled it together. Both those two games in New Zealand were fabulous, but to go to Australia and win so convincingly in Perth and really put it out there in Melbourne was so encouraging, and big ups to everyone involved.
Oh, I agree. It was amazing to be there. Jenny, it's amazing to have you. Thank you so much for your time. In INA, Cruz, it must be time for our first award.
Thank you, Courtney, and also Jenny Wiley. To our first award of the evening, the Netball Smart Secondary School Player of the Year. Awarded to the most valuable player from the New Zealand Secondary Schools team, this player's season has been nothing short of amazing. Appointed as a vice-captain of the team and also selected in the New Zealand Under-21s. She has shown dedication and commitment to growing her skills and has proven herself to be a leader of the future. Congratulations, Shayla Napier. Certainly a player to watch in the future. Time now to announce the GJ Gardner National Netball League Umpire of the Year. This umpire has proven herself across the National Netball League and ANZ Premiership, being appointed to officiate the NNL Grand Final. Not only that, but she also took her skills to the international stage, umpiring at the Netball World Youth Cup Oceania qualifiers. Congratulations, Melissa Howard. Without a doubt, a fantastic achievement, Melissa. Ko te taonga e haere ake nei, the ASICS National Netball League Coach of the Year. The award acknowledges a coach who displays excellence in coaching at the national domestic events. Her side overcame a nervy start to beat five-time champion Central Manua in the grand final, capping off a fantastic year for Michelle Parsons and the Comets.
You've got to keep running it, even if you take the circle edge and push forward, rather than staying. Some more directive work to keep him high and wide as opposed to chasing and doing the tag from the front.
Parsons, as the coach looks on.
It's the perfect end to this season. And it's the Comets who are shining in Porirua.
As you said, Cruz, Neira te mihi kia Michelle, a great coach who uses a holistic approach to coaching and cares for her players on and off the court. A worthy winner after such a successful year, and I was lucky enough to catch up with her. Congratulations. How does it feel to be awarded 2024's NNL Coach of the Year?
A little bit humbling because, you know, when you're in a team, you never think that you're going to be singled out for anything, but also excited to have the award with all the amazing coaches that sit there.
It's the perfect end to this season for the Comets. They are the National Netball League champions in 2024.
It was a really special moment. The fact that they got to celebrate those last 2 minutes of knowing on the court that they're playing for each other, that was the best part of that game.
What a comeback from the Comets.
Our thing was about making sure we found our new best every time we were together.
Calm coach when you hear her talk. Great insight from the Comets coach, Michelle Parsons.
And how important is the NNL for the development of players, especially when you're trying to send them up into the ANZ Premiership?
It's a really critical space for coaches, managers, umpires and our players to be able to grow, be challenged, but in a really safe space where we're supported.
And finally, what next?
I'm really excited about this year and pushing further. We've got a really core group of girls coming back. I'd really love to be pushing into that ANZ space at some point. And maybe looking at how I can help with national squads. But what next is, however I can add value, I'm looking to do that with the support of my whānau with me.
E whakanui ana kia Michelle me tōna tīma. Our next award is the Synergy Here National Netball League Player of the Year. Also suiting up for the Comets this year, sharpshooter Crystal Maro was key to her team's win in the grand final. Her court craft and versatility paid off, making her debut for the Pulse in the ANZ Premiership. Congratulations, Crystal Maro.
Easy as you like for Crystal Maro.
Crystal Maro, using her netball now, Sadine. Brilliant. That's what I love about Crystal Maro and her gameplay. Maro under the post and she'll sink one for her side.
What a moment for the Comets, taking the National Netball League title home.
Well, Crystal, congratulations. What was it like when you found out that you were the NNL Player of the Year?
I remember actually when I did find out, I was at work and I got a message from my coach and I was just like, I think I had to reread the message about 5 times because I was so shocked. I was like, there's no way I want it. But I think after it settled in a bit, I just felt really honoured and really privileged and just happy that my performance was a replication of what my coaching staff and what my team were able to, you know, go through. Like, I wouldn't be able to get this award without them, so I was pretty happy.
Well, speaking of your team, how incredible was it? You've been with them for 4 years to finally win that grand final.
It was really good. I remember last year we lost, and I'm pretty sure we were up by about 5 in the last quarter, and then we lost by 2. So this year I think it was just more playing consistent netball, and I think we knew we could do it. We had beaten them before, so it was really good when we won. I mean, it was great.
Such a successful year for yourself as a player individually. You went up and played for the Pulse. So what was that like, getting to be out there on court on the ANZ Premiership?
It was a bit weird at first, only because I played for the Comets, so purple is all I've known for about 4 years. So going over to the Pulse was a good learning curve, I'd say. It was cool to be coached by Anna and her amazing team, and the girls were really nice as well. And just getting a little glimpse into what life would be like if I was able to get an ANZ contract or stuff. So it was really, really fun.
And just touching on that, how important is the NNL for players like yourself to know what the pathway is and to develop into becoming an ANZ player?
I think it's really important. I think going into NNL, you get a glimpse of what it's like, and then it's also just a pathway, like a guideline into getting into ANZ and stuff. So it's pretty cool.
Well, you've had an outstanding year. A big congratulations from everyone. Much deserved the NNL Player of the Year.
Thank you very much.
No doubt we will see more of Crystal in 2025. As we all know, the success of netball in New Zealand could not be possible without the support and dedication of our volunteers, ngā kai tū wao. Here are the 2024 Capri Volunteer Award winners. Volunteer Administrator of the Year, Lee Manaya. Volunteer Official of the Year, Matthew Chambers. Volunteer Coach of the Year, Natasha Tawhara. Youth Volunteer of the Year, Caitlin Forrest. Volunteer Community Champion of the Year, Martha Taru. Congratulations to all Capri Volunteer winners. Awarded for outstanding contribution to netball by a technical official, Lisa Au. Te rau mataho, meaning a leaf that stands out. This is for the best overall player in the ANZ Premiership as voted by the players. Congratulations, Georgia Tong. Te tuakaro. This translates to the ridge of the fern leaf and is awarded to the player who best upholds the mana and values of the silver ferns. E whakanui ana ki a koe, Amelia Ann e kanasio. The Kimihia Award acknowledges one player who is thriving beyond the court, either through education, career, or overall personal growth. This year's winner, Ellie Wilshire.
Wilshire, that's a lovely little pass.
Kia ora mai anō, welcome back to the 2024 New Zealand Netball Awards. Courtney, some deserving winners there, Georgia Tong in particular, an outstanding season for her.
Oh, it was. It was great to see Georgia. We've watched her develop over all these years, and I think this year in particular, she was an absolute standout for the Magic. Just her ability to get her hand on ball. She would turn over games. She kept Magic in games a lot of the time, but also the way that she just has become a real leader for them down that defensive end. So I think it's a very deserved winner to Georgia for this award. But for you, Cruz, some ANZ moments that stood out to you this year?
So many moments, but I think for me was to seeing the Pulse sort of move through that adversity. They had 2 injuries to 2 key players, Maddie Gordon being one of them, and then they brought in these new players and they just stood up. They stood up to the challenges, and it was great to see them, you know, move forward into the grand final up against the Mystics this year. But there were so many more ANZ Premiership 2024 moments. Let's take a look.
Welcome to the first of 47 games over 16 weeks that will decide the winner of Netball's ANZ Premiership. The ANZ Premiership for 2024 is underway.
And here we go, 2 minutes on the sideline.
But the streak is over.
36-30, yes, that is right.
Shot from Roll into Ison, and she does! The Pulse are perfect, no more.
What a game. Extra time was needed to separate them. And then the agony of the Stars. So close, but so far.
The United Premiers. The Pulse will host the final of Netball's ANZ Premiership. The elimination final of 2024 is underway. The defending champions will have the chance to go back-to-back in Wellington.
That might be the game. They know it. The Mystics go back-to-back. They win the ANZ Premiership for a third time.
Time now to introduce our ANZ Premiership Umpire of the Year. This award is given to the umpire selected for the ANZ Premiership Grand Final. Becoming just the fourth New Zealander to umpire 100 National Netball League matches, Gareth Fowler continues to impress at a domestic and international level, being recognised as one of the best umpires in the world. This next award is the ANZ Premiership Coach of the Year. As a head coach of the Mystics, she had showcased her skills and leadership, guiding her team to the ANZ Premiership Grand Final. Despite some challenges, they now stand as back-to-back champions, a sign of her strength, passion and determination. Congratulations, Tia Winikere.
Winning the Premiership and going back-to-back is certainly the aim for the Mystics. Being able to do that is one of the hardest jobs that you can have in sport, and I spoke about that at the beginning of the season, and that hasn't changed. And if we are to go back-to-back, we've got to play the very best netball that we can bring.
The Mystics go back-to-back. They win the ANZ Premiership for a third time.
Well, Neira Te Mihi kia koe, congratulations on winning this award for the second year in a row. How much of a privilege is it to be awarded such an honour?
Oh, tēnā koe, Courtney. He miharo tira. Yeah, it's amazing. And ka tuku au te mihi ki tōku whānau whānui, he taonga tēnei mā tātou katoa. Nā rātou I puipui I tautoko I tēnei kaupapa te mahi, nō reira. He mihi tēnei ki te whānau katoa.
Whānau katoa, let's talk about the Mystics whānau and what it was like winning the back-to-back premierships with them.
Yeah, it's amazing and incredible, and it was such a fantastic final this year. It was an incredibly tough road and a really collective effort to get to the final, and the final was epic. Like, it was amazing, and a real privilege to be part of, and the competition that we played in and had against us, yeah, it was exceptional. So highly grateful, really grateful.
What was it like for you on the sideline? As you said, it was such a thrilling grand final for everyone watching, but for you as a coach, knowing all the adversity that the Mystics had faced, injuries throughout this season, to finally get to that grand final and for it to be so close, what was it like for you?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit hard to take in at the time. It took a couple of weeks to actually settle in. I knew we'd won the game, but it was so tight for such a long time, and there was so much in the game. It was a bit of a pinch moment. It was amazing on the night, and it was really nice to celebrate later with the team at our end of season awards. That was when the real special moments came, and we could actually celebrate as a team and think about and talk about the work that had gone into it. The Mystic strength is the collective, and the fact that we've been able to work together and use everybody in our team and build everybody in our team is probably the thing that I think about the most, and that's most special to me, yeah.
How do you go for 3 in a row for next year? How do you make it a three-peat? We saw on the montage you wanted to go back-to-back. You've done that. How do you go that one extra next year?
Yeah, great question. Back-to-back's tough, right? And just just chipping through every game. Coaches will always say, well, like, you'll just work through things, take one step at a time, work to the way you want to play. And you get thrown a whole lot of stuff in the way. I expect that to happen again. There's not one year that I've been in the Mystics that we haven't had something that we've had to overcome. And we've got a slightly different group this year, so we're in for a new challenge anyway. And I'm really looking forward to the competition. Not only that we've had a bit of change, but the competition itself and the teams across the competition look a bit different. So I think we're in for an exciting 2025.
Oh, I agree. I cannot wait. I'm excited already. Mihiana Kia, congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Congratulations again to Tia on a well-deserved win. And now to the ANZ Premiership Player of the Year, with the winner taking home the Casey Korpua Trophy. It is awarded to a player who has shown consistent, outstanding performances throughout the season. A decorated netballer in her own right, she showed class and composure, captaining the Avis Magic in the 2024 season. Her leadership inspires those around her, and her talent motivates others to be better. Your ANZ Premiership Player of the Year, Emilianne Ekanasio.
Great vision to Tui.
Ignacio. Oh, beautiful ball.
Oh, lovely work. Turn, reach, take.
Ignacio from distance. Beautiful shot. Oh, coming through.
Tēnei te mihi kia koe. Congratulations on everything that you've achieved in your career. How special is it to receive this award?
Yeah, thank you so much. I think it's quite unexpected. I think, you know, I'm almost at the end of my career, you know, so it is really special. I think the journey here, you know, to still be playing after 2 babies has been massive. So yeah, this one got me by surprise, but yeah, I'm very grateful.
I want to touch on 2 of those points there. Almost at the end of your career, 2 babies, but I feel like this season you played out of your skin, outstanding out on court. How did you feel within yourself as a player?
Yeah, I think, thank you. I think firstly, I think I tried to approach this season a little bit different, not completely intentional, but just because the reality of where I am. I think MJ and my Magic team was such a big part of that. I think they really wanted to get the best of me, and I really did as well. I think after a couple of really tough seasons coming back from, you know, my second baby from Luna, I just didn't know if I was going to ever get back there. So I think at this point I just had to let go of all the expectations, and I really wanted to find my shot again this season. I feel like that's always been my biggest strength and what I've been known for, and I think it just had gone a little bit missing in the midst of being a mum for the second time round and travelling and, you know, everything that kind of comes with that. So yeah, I tried to just let go a lot of the expectations that I often feel sit on my shoulders, and I think it's done me really, put me in a really good position this season. So I just enjoyed netball again, and I think so much can be said for that.
I think as a fan watching, we could see that out on court through you. You were also voted the New Zealand Players Association Players Player for the Silver Ferns. What's that like to hear that your teammates think so highly of you?
Yeah, honestly, that's a real special one, I think, because, you know, your teammates are what make you, pretty much, I think, along with a lot of other things. But, you know, when you're there with your team, you want your team to think the most of you. You want to back your team. You want your team to back you, you know, every single step of the way. And I think that always gives you a lot of confidence, and everybody in the whole team, you know, like when it's a really tight-knit team, I think that's where I think the real magic happens. So yeah, that's a really, really special one. I obviously have so much love and admiration for all of our girls as well, and I honestly just think they're fantastic. And you know, I'm like at the very other end, and they're so much younger than me, and I'm like an old like grandma in the team pretty much. So for them to still, you know, vote me in is surprising, but is really special. So it means a lot because I pour so much into the team, and you know, I give them everything that I've got. So yeah, it's pretty special.
Finally, how great was it to hold that consolation cup and win over there in Australia?
Yeah, that's definitely such a big highlight for me. I remember back in 2021 when we won it, and I couldn't believe it at that point as well. You know, I couldn't believe that we'd won it. In a totally different way, I think, as well. This time was so different. You know, we'd won those 2 games and they were amazing, and then to take that 3rd game over in Australia. I mean, everybody knows, you know, what it's like playing over there and how tough it's been for us to win over in Australia. So yeah, to lift that cup up again was incredible. Something that, you know, I just didn't know if we'd do it again in my time. So yeah, it was incredible. Definitely goes down as, you know, one of my favourite moments in my career.
Well, it was great to witness. It was great to see you play outstanding out on court this year. Meals from everyone. Congratulations, and here's to next year.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
E whakanui anō ki a koe, Emilio Nicanasio, a great leader and true champion of netball. Before we move on to the International Awards, I have the pleasure of introducing the Puma Aspiring Silver Fern Award. After starting her season with Central Manawa, she was elevated to the ANZ Premiership for both the Steel and the Pulse. Her strong performances earned her a call-up to the Silver Ferns development squad and NZA before getting her time to shine in Fast 5 this year. We can't wait to see what she does next year. Martina Salmon.
Salmon. Oh, that's a nice pass from Salmon. Good work again. That's a gorgeous shot. A little bit of swag about it.
Oh, good confidence showing from Salmon.
Salmon believes for a place in the grand final.
Martina, congratulations. For you, how does it feel to be recognised as the aspiring Silver Fern?
Yeah, it's super special. I honestly was not expecting it at all. When I had got the phone call, I was like a bit in shock. But yeah, I'm super grateful just for the opportunities I've received this year, and then to end it off with this, I think just showing how hard I've worked and to be recognised for this award is, yeah, it's really special. So yeah, I'm very thankful.
How do you feel that your netball has evolved over this season, starting as a training partner, earning a full-time contract, and then becoming part of the Silver Ferns squad?
Yeah, it's honestly still so crazy to me, starting off as a training partner and then being in the Silver Fern squad and then into Fast 5, very surreal. But I'm just super grateful for the opportunities that have been given, for the Pulse coaches who trusted in me and gave me the opportunity to step up into that position. Just having that belief from those around me really got me to where I am today, and I think also just trusting myself and playing my game and doing what I do best. I feel like I've really enjoyed netball this year again, and having the year off last year, it's really built me a lot mentally to return back to netball this year. And I think, I'm just so ready for more. And yeah, I can't wait to give more to netball and show what else I can do.
You got your first taste of international netball at the Fast 5 tournament. What was that like for you to get that international exposure, but also to be out there on court where we got to really see you flourish?
Yeah, so good. I say this to everyone, but it's definitely one of the best, probably the highlight of my career so far. I had the best time. The girls were amazing, the management were awesome, the support was incredible, and the fans down there are amazing. The atmosphere was so cool, and yeah, I love that. I feel like I feed off the crowd and they really hype me up, so it was so cool to be in a different environment to like the normal netball that we usually play in, and just getting to play at that international level. I got to verse like a world-class team like Australia, and a lot of my mates that I grew up playing with were in that team, so it was pretty cool to be in the opposite team. But yeah, just very special. I can't wait to see what's next, and just grateful for the opportunity to wear the black singlet.
Heading down south to the Tactics next season, what was the reason for your move, and what are you most looking forward to being part of that team?
Yeah, I'm super excited for something different, just to be in a new environment. The girls, I hear so many great things about Tactics, and I think one of those things is the work ethic and how hard they train, and I feel like that's something that I definitely can bring to the team, and I can't wait to be a part of that. And yeah, I was down there for Fast 5, and I got to have a look at Christchurch because that was like my first time getting to have a look around, and I love it there. It's such a beautiful place, and even the fans down there are so cool. I had so many come up to me, like welcome me to Christchurch. So just knowing I have the fans, the players, and the support, the management behind me is incredible. And yeah, I'm just so stoked to be playing for the Tactix next year.
Martina, congratulations once again, and thank you for joining us.
Welcome to Wembley. This weekend, the best netballers in the world arrive in the capital to battle it out in the Nations Cup.
This is going to be tasty.
Whatever the score, like Fury comes out with the intercept, Brad Williams responds, and again Nweki straight down the line from Heffernan.
Welcome to Trust Arena in Auckland for the first of 3 tests that make up the tiny Jamison series between New Zealand's Silver Ferns and England.
Welcome to the 14th Constellation Cup Series, where the history speaks for itself. The Trans-Tasman battle in netball is arguably the best the sport has to offer.
Not done yet. They want the final say. Nweki puts her hand up and she finishes the job. For the 3rd time, they win the Constellation Cup. For a place in the grand final. She's got it! Are you kidding me? What have we seen? Unbelievable! That is unbelievable. The last moment, the biggest moment, and what a shot by Martina Salmon for the Fast 5 Ferns.
Tēnā koutou, nau mai heke mai. Welcome back to the New Zealand Netball Awards. The international season, Courtney, proving to be one of the best years yet. There were some lows, that series loss against England for the Tiny Jamison Trophy, but also some big highs, winning the Constellation Cup and on Australian soil. What stood out for you this year?
Well, that one, Cruz, that stood out for me. I think from the very first game, the Silver Ferns, they set the tone. They won that first quarter against Australia. Usually we have a bit of a slow start against the Diamonds. To do it in Wellington, so I thought, oh my gosh, we're on here. And obviously the team, you know, they've been through some adversity, some real lulls the last couple of years. So for them to win that first game of the Constellation Cup, really put their foot down here in Aotearoa. But then to win the next 2, especially over in Australia, winning in Perth is so tough to do. So the way they just came together as a team, that kotahitanga, you could see them out on court enjoying themselves. And then, as you said, to win it over in Australia on soil. I was lucky enough to be there on the sideline in Melbourne. I tell you what, there was no better feeling than holding that cup up, seeing the girls hold that cup up for everyone, and especially in front of a big Australian crowd.
Yes, I agree, Courtney. So many great moments this year. So let's take a look at the nominees for the Sky Sport Moment of the Year.
And they're not done yet. They want the final say. Nweki puts her hand up and she finishes the job. Once more, the stars align for the Silver Ferns. For the 3rd time, they win the Constellation Cup. A phenomenal performance by the Silver Ferns. For a place in the grand final. She has got it!
Are you kidding me?
What have we seen?
Unbelievable! You are kidding me!
That is unbelievable! And what a shot by Martina Salmon for the Fast 5 Ferns!
Sensational of circumstances. 54-53. The Mystics go back to back. They win the ANZ Premiership.
From the sweet spot, yes he can. Uppy side out of nowhere. Difference one at the moment. They get it back. Kevin Bell on the circle edge. Well, it looks like it's going to go the way of the men in blue. The Mystics winning this game by one. A clean sweep this afternoon at the Pullman Arena. That concludes the series, what has been one of the most thrilling competitions. The Mystics men winning this game over the Stars men's 47-46.
And the winner for the Sky Sport Moment of the Year is Martina Salmon's 6-pointer at Fast 5, securing the Ferns a place in the final. With everything riding on the line and one chance to take the win, Salmon showed her composure by sinking a 6-point shot to give the Fast 5 Ferns a 41-40 comeback victory over South Africa.
For a place in the grand final. She has got it!
Are you kidding me?
What have we seen?
Unbelievable! You are kidding me!
That is unbelievable! And what a shot by Martina Salmon for the Fast 5 Ferns!
Congratulations, Martina and the Fast 5 Ferns. Ko te taonga nei e hoa atu ana ki te tino kai tākaro tāne o te tau nei. Ko e nei tangata ko tana tau tuatahi ki tēnei taumata. Aha ko he whea ko hau ki aia e kitea e tātou e ona pūmanawa tuku iho I runga I ngā atamira o te ao. Ko ia tētai toki o te kapa Net Blacks, I nai nei he whetu hou he rere haere ana. Hararu mai ana te whare nei, kei taku rangatira, I kaira Rairino.
He does find Rairino and they do get the finish.
Oh, nice passing cut there by Rairino in the layup.
How about the whip there storm from Rairino? So much movement.
He is fired up.
One of the best sequences tonight by the Net Blacks. Rairino. Look at that.
Making a big impact to start. Look at that jump shot there.
E mihi ana kia koe, congratulations, Men's Netball Player of the Year, your first year playing international netball. Can you describe the feeling when you found out that you had won this award?
To be frank, I was surprised, but proud. I called my grandmother, my whānau really, noho poho kereru rātou katoa. They were all very proud to hear of such an achievement. And yeah, 8 years of playing, and to come to this point on my career journey and to achieve such an achievement, it's unreal.
Well, if anyone who watched you play would know that you are a very deserving winner of this award. What was it like for you out there on the international stage? As you said, you've been playing netball for 8 years, but to finally get to test yourself against the best.
Oh, it's learning. You know, 8 years. You think you've come across it all, but then you get to such a platform to perform, and yeah, like the crowd, the refs, the caliber that you come across. It's all different learnings, and it does really challenge you, but also brings out discovery, resilience, strengths, communication. It all helps in those spaces, and it really lets you know who you are at that time.
What was it like for you, obviously, watching men's netball develop over all these years and then getting to be part of it and playing alongside players who have paved the way, like Cruz Tangita?
A roller coaster. I'm very much a no ears player from the beginning right to the end. Sometimes, as some of my teammates through my journey would say, I would sit there and, you know, to some people it's easy to say, oh, Mikado, go do this, go do that, but it's Spanish to me. So I don't have to say it like 20, 30 times before I actually get it. And yeah, so 8 years of a lot of growlings, errors, corrections, but then also to make them proud, to know that they've actually helped me come to a point where I can perform for them, for my iwi hapu and my country.
Aye, absolutely. And finally, what was the highlight for you this year?
The highlight for me was being able to represent New Zealand, but also to be able to represent players that are coming up and say that, because obviously I am, as Cruz once said, I'm quite an unorthodox player, but being able to represent the players that are like that, and they might be different, and say, hey, look, there's a place for us in the sport as well.
Well, Neida Tabihi Kia koe, congratulations on this award.
Thank you.
In INA, it's time for the Fan Favourite Award. This player was a standout in the midcourt for the Silver Ferns, a player with great versatility, athleticism and kaha, which helped the Ferns to their historic Con Cup win. Congratulations, Maddie Gordon.
Gordon didn't take her long to get in on the action. Again, that ball just releasing with such confidence.
An amazing take there from Gordon. That's very difficult on the circle edge.
Oh, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant, Maddie Gordon.
A well-deserved recognition for Maddie Gordon. This next award is the ANZ Silver Ferns Player of the Year, awarded to a Silver Fern player who is showing consistent, outstanding performances throughout the international season. Her growth at the top of the game has been nothing short of amazing, her leadership and strength being a major factor in the Silver Ferns' historic Constellation Cup win, while shooting an impressive 500 goals for the team this year. She is a force to be reckoned with, the ANZ Silver Ferns Player of the Year, Grace Weke.
Under all sorts of pressure, Grace Weke.
Beautiful, full extension.
Weke just holds her ground so well, doesn't she?
Oh, nice control, Weke.
Perfect so far for Grace Weke.
Would be the take of the day, I think. Grace Weke, how did she keep that alive?
E mihi ana kia Grace, what a privilege it has been to watch Grace become, as you said, Cruz, a force to be reckoned with. And the best part is she's only getting started. After being faced with injuries, the fire just burns deeper for her to become the best player in the world. And I caught up with her before she went off to Sydney. Grace, congratulations. What was it like when you found out that you were the Silver Ferns Player of the Year?
Yeah, getting that phone call was a bit random, I guess. I wasn't really sure what I was going to hear on the other end, and I knew there were quite a few awards up for grabs this season, and I actually was really stoked that this is the one that I'm receiving. It means a lot that I was voted by my teammates and that they could see my performances and really believed that I deserve this honour, so I feel really lucky and really blessed.
When you think about your season as a whole, ANZ included, what makes you smile?
Obviously winning the ANZ Premiership makes me smile. That was a huge shift from the whole group, and having to win 6 games on the trot. And definitely this international season has been a highlight of my career. Winning Con Cup was just massive, and I look back on that tour and I'm so fondly. We had such a fun time, but also just really cool to see the shifts that we made and to have that success, and knowing that it's been a long time coming. It's been a really awesome time.
Speaking about the shift, and it was a long time coming, but what was it like when the team was in that lull and it just wasn't coming?
Yeah, it was tough. Yeah, I think we wanted it so bad and we didn't know why it wasn't transferring, and we were really happy with how we were training and we were really happy off the court, and so it was hard to feel like you're doing everything right but the results just weren't showing up. And so I think we really took that England series to figure out, you know, what was working and what wasn't, and going into that next series we were able to really build and kind of use that momentum from before to keep us going, and I think that was massive for us.
Speaking of that shift, we heard from Mills about the hard conversations that were had. What was that like for the team, and can you give us more insight into what did happen behind those closed doors?
Yeah, we've spoken a lot about like critical conversations and tough moments, and that was definitely there. We had a couple of meetings that got a bit emotional and a bit heavy, and I think sometimes you have to share in a bit of pain and hurt and vulnerability as a group to really you know, find that essence or something deeper. You know, we went to training the next day and we had like a point to prove. There was a bit of, I guess, a misalignment and understanding with some people in the group, and I think being able to talk it through and have an open space to share your thoughts, and I think that was pretty key for us.
With that being said, what are you going to miss the most about possibly not playing in the black dress for a wee while and not playing in the ANZ in New Zealand?
In terms of the black dress, hopefully nothing. Hopefully I'll be back next season. I don't really know what's going to happen. Hopefully I'm back, and if that's not the case, I'm going to miss being part of the group. I feel like I've been able to give a lot of myself to the team now in the past couple of years, and I'm really proud of what we've built in the space we're in right now. So I think to have leaving the team the way that it is right now, I will have a lot of FOMO not being part of it. I think we're in a really exciting place with lots of amazing players coming through, and so it would suck to not be part of that. In the ANZ, I'll miss all of my Mystics teammates. I'll miss, you know, being home in New Zealand, the culture, the way we do things. I love it here, and this is like home to me, so it'll definitely be a big change playing over in Aussie, but it'll be a good change.
A great accomplishment for a great player. And now to our final award of the evening, the Dame Lois Muir Supreme Award. Named after one of New Zealand netball's most influential figures, Dame Lois Muir has been a stalwart for women all across Aotearoa. Her dedication to the sport has opened doors for so many and created opportunities for generations to come. The recipient of this award has shown resilience and true leadership, guiding the Central Pulse to the ANZ Premiership Grand Final. Her defensive prowess makes her one of the best in the game, so much so, she played every minute of the Constellation Cup. She is a true mana wahine. The winner of the Dame Lois Muir Supreme Award, Kelly Jackson.
One for Jackson there. Beautiful rebound there.
Oh, Jackson again.
Oh, Kelly Jackson having a field day.
And mihi ana ki a koe, congratulations on winning this tonga. The third time you've won it. I want to know, is it just as special every time when you get to find out?
Oh, absolutely. You know, when I get the phone call telling me I've won the award, it's always a special occasion, and I just love being able to share that with my friends and family.
Such a huge year for you. Have you had a chance to reflect on what is the highlight for you this year?
Yeah, it's been as you say, a huge year. ANZ, we had an awesome season with Pulse. Fell just short in the final, but man, we were able to produce some beautiful netball and give everyone a final they deserved. And for Ferns, we were obviously able to finish on such a high with Constellation. And that just felt so good because it's been feeling like that's been coming for a while, those kind of results. So the big focus for next year is just carrying on that momentum.
I've heard from a lot of players, but I want to hear from your perspective, what is it that changed for the Ferns? Because as you said, there's been some lulls, it's been some hard times, but when you guys came out against Australia, that first game just set the tone for the rest of the Constellation Cup.
Yeah, I think we caught a lot of people by surprise, but not ourselves, because we knew we had that in us. And the recipe, I think we looked back on what hadn't worked, and we had to have the courage going into the next series to make those changes and give them a crack. And one of the things we worked on was being more united. So we did a lot of mini team competitions, stuff that had nothing to do with netball, and that really brought us together both as players and management. And another thing that you probably would have seen on the TV from the couches, we really focused on celebrating the good things. It could have been something little, could have been something amazing, but we celebrated, and you could see the joy out there on court. And I think all in all, it just helped us produce some beautiful netball.
I agree. From the sideline, I was like, look how happy the girls look out there on court and on the sideline. Now, we first saw you 10 years ago, and you're an 18-year-old at Magic. How have you continued to develop your game? Because each year you just get better and better.
Yeah, 10 years. Gosh, I'm one of the oldies now. I came in really young, and I was very fortunate to be given such an opportunity like that, such a young age, and went through my years of injury. I've had 2 shoulder reconstructions, an Achilles rupture, so I had my fair share of injuries, but since then I've been feeling really strong, confident, and I guess with maturity, you kind of know your role a little bit more. And something we've focused on this year with Ferns is knowing your role and knowing your X factor. And when you're able to put those 2 things together, man, you could be unstoppable.
When you look at the montage, we see a lot of you with the captain's armband. And I mean, it's hard to talk about yourself, but how proud are you of yourself that you are able to lead the best teams in the country for us?
Just so proud and grateful to be able to do that. And it's not something I take lightly in those leadership positions. And this year's been my first year within the leadership group with the Ferns. It's been a huge amount of learning, but I just love it. And I know that if I go out there and do my own job, I'll help others do theirs. So that's my big focus when it comes to leadership.
Well, congratulations on a huge year from all of us. You are absolutely the perfect player to win this award. 3rd time in a row. Congratulations, Cal.
Cool. Thank you, Koro.
Koinei te motunga o te pō whakanui. That concludes this year's New Zealand Netball Awards. Congratulations again to all winners across all categories. A true testament to the passion given to help make the sport a success. And to everyone at home, right from grassroots netball to the elite competitions, we acknowledge your commitment to netball here in Aotearoa. 2024 has proven to be a journey of highs and lows, but like the Māori whakatauki he waka ke noa, we are all in this together. Mai I te kaporangi ātea, nā mātou te maringa nui ki te whakapāho te hā kina o Poitarawhiti. From everyone here at Sky Sport, it has been our honour to bring you live netball action across all competitions. Have a great holiday, stay safe, and we will see you next year. Pō Mārie.
To shift that.
He's got it to win it. Oh, she can't.
Oh, the goal spat it out. Thank you, goal. Another turnover from Mainland.
The crowd here with the 8th player on court, I could hear them cheering.